They say the devil once stood right here. As he looked down over the quiet and tranquil villages of Sussex, he felt a bout of rage. He raised his claw and with one powerful slash, tore the earth open in a single night. What he left behind is one of the largest dry valleys in England. A vast, silent wound in the chalk hills known as Devils Dyke. But was this place carved by something ancient and evil, or by forces far older and far more powerful than any devil could even comprehend? This is the story of Devils Dyke, where myth, science and modern machines collide. So, why don't we go and find out the truth, while, like always, taking our trusty companion with us. Money Pit, my 2005 Mercedes-Benz SLK 280, this reliable old stallion with its power-hungry V6 will be able to give us the best possible chance of experiencing this legend among Sussex residents. I'm super excited to undertake this challenge, so let's not wait any longer. It's time to put my spin on this ancient tale. Every Sussex resident has their own version of this story. Now it's time to hear mine. The Scar in the South Downs. Devils Dyke lies on the South Downs of southern England, a dramatic V-shaped valley stretching for nearly a mile. Its steep chalk walls plunge sharply into a grassy floor, creating a landscape that feels almost unnatural, as if something has been removed rather than formed. Stand at the edge on a misty morning and the land simply falls away beneath you. It's a place that doesn't feel accidental, and long before science had answers, people filled the silence with stories. The Devil's Legend. According to legend, the devil grew furious at the churches of Sussex. Their bells rang constantly, spreading Christianity across the land, and he wanted it silenced forever. So one night the devil flew in from the sea and began digging a massive trench. His plan was simple: cut through the hills, let the seawater flood inland and drown every church in the county. All night he clawed at the chalk, carving deeper and deeper into the land. But just before dawn, an old woman saw what was happening and lit a candle. From afar, the devil mistook it for the rising sun. Terrified that daylight would strip him of his power, he fled, leaving his work unfinished. The trench he abandoned became Devil's Dyke. Even today, people say the valley's sweeping curves resemble the path of a giant claw dragged through the earth. Nobody knows why the devil didn't return. However, the mark that he left that night has left a lasting impression on generations of residents, both fascination and fear. A place of the dead. The dyke wasn't just feared, it was respected. Archaeological evidence shows humans have lived around Devils Dyke for over 5,000 years. Bronze Age burial mounds line the surrounding hills, suggesting this place was sacred or dangerous. Ancient people didn't settle inside the valley, they buried their dead beside it. To them, Devil's Dyke may have been a boundary between worlds, a place where the earth felt thin and spirits lingered. Roman artefacts found nearby suggest even the invading armies treated the area with caution, and for centuries locals avoided crossing the dyke after dark. I still wouldn't cross it now. The road through the scar. But there is something else that cuts through Devil's Dyke now. A road. Winding along the edge of the valley, clinging to the chalk hills as if it barely belongs there. Smooth curves, sudden elevation changes, long sweeping bends opening onto views that stretch all the way to the sea on a clear day. This road didn't exist for the ancient dead, but it would become sacred in its own way. From trackway to tarmac. Long before cars, these hills were crossed by ancient trackways, routes used by shepherds, traders and pilgrims moving along the South Downs. When modern roads were carved into the landscape in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, engineers followed the land instead of fighting it. They let the road bend with the valley. The result is a road that flows, rising, dipping and turning in ways most modern roads could never do. It wasn't designed for speed, it was designed to survive the landscape, and that's exactly why car and motorcycle enthusiasts fell in love with it. A pilgrimage for enthusiasts. By the mid-20th century, Devils Dyke had become a quiet pilgrimage site for drivers and riders. On weekends, engines echoed through the valley, classic cars, cafe races, sport bikes, absolutely anything you could ask for. Not racing, experiencing. Every corner demands attention, every straight rewards restraint. There's no room for arrogance here. For enthusiasts, Devils Dyke isn't about lap times, it's about balance, weight transfer, momentum and precision. It's a road that teaches you something every time you drive it. Beauty, danger and respect. But this road demands respect. Steep drop-offs sit just beyond the tarmac, fog can roll in without warning, and wet leaves and chalk dust can turn a perfect curve into a mistake you don't walk away from. Over the decades, accidents have happened. They're reminders that this landscape doesn't forgive carelessness. Like the devil of legend, Devils Dyke rewards caution and punishes those who underestimate it. The science behind the legend. So, if the devil didn't carve Devils Dyke, what did? Ice. Around 400,000 years ago, during the Ice Age, southern England was locked in frozen ground. Meltwater couldn't soak into the chalk, and when temperatures rose, massive torrents of water surged across the hills, carving deep valleys into the soft rock. What looks sudden and violent today was actually slow and relentless. Not one night of destruction, but thousands of years of erosion. Nature, given enough time, can rival any demon. Why the legend endures. Perhaps the legend survives because Devils Dyke still feels intentional. The valley, the road, the way sound carries, engines echoing off chalk walls like distant thunder. Even with modern engineering, humans didn't conquer this place, they adapted to it. Today, Devils Dyke is many things. A geological monument carved by ice, a burial ground for ancient peoples, a legend born of fear and faith, and a destination for those who love the art of driving. Whether you come here for the view, the history, or the perfect curve at sunset, one thing is certain. This road doesn't just pass through Devils Dyke, it becomes part of the story.